I used to think that God was upset with me. I did not know why, but I thought that I must have done something to be put in the situation I was living. I prayed to Him every night. I asked for redemption for whatever it was I must have done, to show me some mercy.
I can't believe you're here. What are you doing here? Mom, look who it is. Can you believe it? Look, it's Fari.
Bloody hell! There's a whole world of possibilities just waiting to be explored. But you'll never find out if you hold yourself up talking to leaves.
Hey boy, I want to introduce you to someone.
We're all from the same race, you know, we're the human race.
I still breathe means as long as I've got breath, I'm gonna do my best to leave the world better than I came into it.
We all will make mistakes. What God create, no man can break. Say what God create, no man can break.
I truly believe Jimmy will have a calling.
I've been working this gracious, and I am patient. I wish I could find this spaceship
I swear I do.
past the sky.
GLC feel me, eh? I feel you.
In the last 4 years, we've seen quite a lot of police brutality on camera.
Every day I wake up, I remember and I know that I am black.
How is it that we can just watch black people die on something as fickle as Instagram? Loads of sensitive content is blocked, but we're allowed to watch a black person be murdered.
Systematically, we have been tied down and we've been disregarded and dismissed and disrespected.
It's not the slave trade, because to call it that is to diminish it. To call it that is to make it transactional and to make it.
No justice! No peace! No racist police!
Hear me?
I hear you.
How do you write that?
Path that I took coming from the Caribbean, entering a Canada that you really didn't know what to face, it was an exciting one. X-ray effort into. Anytime you face a little bit of adversity, you will also find your strength.
Don't let being black prevent you from succeeding in life.
That's my biggest fear about coming here was starting over from scratch.
Back then, it was really a big deal. Oh, my son is my hero.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. We got here with us a rising star, Miss Candace with the K.
Black actors in Film Guild Canada.
What inspired you to become an artist?
The music inspires me.
Sorry, I was lost for moments. I'm Obi. It's nice to meet you, Candace.
Hurricanes signify strength. I mean, powerful winds is an obvious one, right?
That's an interesting perspective. Well, I have less than 72 hours in Canada.
We've known each other for a small amount of time, but it just feels like I've known you for ages.
How's Dad's IDs?
You just can't open that with these acrylic nails. Come on, crack, go.
you get to see for yourself.
So romantic, right?
Yes, girl.
Your life's blueprint should be a deep belief in your own dignity, your own worth, and your own somebodyness.
Say what's wrong.
Don't come here. This is a dangerous, deadly place and you will die.
Most times when people try to represent Lagos or Africa, they go with the slum part. They don't show the rosy parts.
For people like Wizkid, Burna, Mr. Easy, artists basically through music they're taking Lagos out. So I feel like the ignorance around Lagos is kind of slowly fading out, and people used to think they would come here and see elephants or something.
I say to everybody, before you die, Lagos should be one of the places you visit.
Every day, I will choose you, even if it means hoping against reality.
Always keep in mind, you're born to shine.
Kids and I, we had a great time.
No, sister, please come to the courtyard.
For a child to have the sickle cell disease, both parents should have one S gene.
Somto worries that his best friend will die.
Promise me some, promise me some, promise me some, promise me some.
I've been falling and rising all these years.
Other times, they are the backbone in the family.
And I tell people that I'm Canadian, they don't believe me, especially when I tell them that the black side of me is Canadian. Black people in Canada are often seen as outsiders, as not Canadian, but when it comes to this particular area, Chatham wouldn't be Chatham without black people.
You can't trust nothing but the process.
The world will never accept us.
Tell me you don't feel it too. Look at me, please. You know I'm not like that. I'm not going to hurt you.
When I started to change, I found the person I wanted to be and incorporated Juno into my life.
Be on record that this interview resumed at 15:50 Eastern Standard Time. Do you have anything to add before I relay the decision of the Crown?
Pain. Nobody understands what I'm going through.
I just give you your life back.
Not even myself. I let you down, the baby, my mom, and myself. I never meant for any of this to happen, and I'm sorry for all of it. Goodbye, everyone. At least this will be the last time I let you down.
When the storm starts raging, that is what we taught you to survive.
I always catch you at the brink of heartbreak, scavenging for the...
My father is a broken child.
I can still see the regret of your ex who spent time.
A worship of half-truths, wild promises, and selfish askings.
Because Black lives only seem to matter when they're dead, so every month we put aside funds for our son's education/funeral fund.
You look like broken hearts and unanswered. I have a father who garners and molds the very essence of my soul because he... This is poetry.
Money is not the root of all evil. The addiction to it is. And they're commercializing childhood and sentimentalism to the kids.
Strangers to the eyes, even stranger to the touch. Expecting nothing more than a lick, flick of clit, spasm back, spasm.
I plaster a smile and pretend I belong. Nobody can usually tell. Fake it till you make it is still my favorite game.
The shower is still hot. Holy grace. Holy grace. Holy grace. This
God, we come to you
We want something different. Someone to galvanize the people, shake up the system.
Before entering mainstream politics, you were something of a community activist. Is that right?
You people have been digging around in my past for God knows how long. There's nothing to find. There's gonna be a change when I become PM. I'm gonna shine a very bright light on you and your whole fetid organization.
I welcome the scrutiny.
Over centuries, Africa has evolved through various forms of governance. Nearly 20 years ago, I met my very first African leader. He was Samuel Nujoma, the founding president of the Republic of Namibia. Almost exactly 10 years after I met President Nujoma, I met with Joachim Chissano, second president of the Republic of Mozambique. Chissano told me that if I really wanted my students to understand democracy in Africa, I should bring them to Mozambique while elections were taking place the following year.
Coronavirus is pure evil. How do you prepare for this? During this terrible pandemic, I found myself wondering, truly, where was the reason?
What was the reason for this?
I don't have any control. I don't have control over today, and I certainly don't have control over tomorrow.
I look at my job as really essentially a labor of love. We need to assist others during their times of struggle.
How do you convey that we're running out of time?
I'll never forget the countless lives who we lost from COVID.
To make face, you don't see money to pay people.
The legal advice we've received is actually the Chagossians were not and are not a people.
I am America's original sin. I am a slave. I'm a fugitive.
Run, Augustus, run! Run and be free!
In the blind eye of this country, I was never born. My very existence deemed illegitimate.
Do something!
But today, I will no longer cower from my destiny. Good. Today, I am reborn in the fire of abolition as the enemy of slavery. And until America can face its original sin,
Augustus,
I will never die.
You wish?
I wish you didn't have to go.
Sleepy cattle, each one is on their tour of duty, fighting for their country, longing for the day.
She's having an affair.
Sinister are evil, wicked, indicative of condemnation or discredit, connected with or invoking the supernatural, and especially the devil, black magic, the black arts, distorted or darkened by anger. His face was black with rage.
Hey, sisters, misters, hoteps, and Beckys. I'm here to school y'all.
I am absolutely a feminist. I don't know, I feel like it's a no-brainer question.
Feminism for me is the movement to liberate women and everyone else from patriarchy and sexist exploitation and oppression.
To say that Black women are borrowing the rhetoric of white women when we talk about feminism is to say that Black women are stupid.
I want Black men to understand that if you aren't about liberation for everyone, then you aren't about liberation at all.
I think men need to understand that feminism is not a mechanism to destroy their manliness.
When I think about feminism destroying the Black family, I think about this hetero, cisgendered family that was already flawed to begin with.
So feminism is as much about Amber Rose as it is about Michelle Obama, as it is about Tiffany Haddish, as it is about Beyonce.
We have to move beyond race and gender and sexuality and be human.
early and ready to get going. Happy Canada Day! Yeah!
You're looking live at Parliament Hill on this July 1st, Canada's 150th birthday, 150 years since Confederation. And good morning, I'm Peter Mansbridge. What a day this July 1st is across the country. We're celebrating everywhere. Today, here are the hardcore of the celebrators. We're seeing the tail end of what has been a very wet morning here in the nation's capital. It's pouring here right now. Look at that. This is the water buildup on the fields near the police tower. But trust me.
It was like adventure because I was a young teenager. It is really my mom's story.
Mais finalement, ça n'a pas fonctionné.
I traveled in the back of a truck with my 2 suitcases.
This can become very, very hectic and very weird, very fast.
This next story has people all over the country talking about this one event.
So I don't see anything wrong with it, because if you come from a town that doesn't have some black folks in it, it's not a bad thing to meet them.
From talk shows to Twitter and headline after headline, tonight's Meet a Black Person event has stirred up some strong feelings. Is it expensive? A good idea? Would anyone even show up?
75% of white people do not have friends of any other race. Any other race.
She's just like my girlfriend.
You're gonna be fighting a war against blood.
What?
How much did your cousin Luis and Chama pay you?
Tell me what the hell is going on here?
Why'd you ask your girlfriend over here?
Stop there! See, if you move close to my sister, I'll make sure I remove a tooth from your perfect dentition.
And the next guy that comes along, I will not settle for just being his friend. The next guy. My name is Angelique, and these are my confessions from the friend zone.
That's there to save them. Who's that black man?
But maybe we could do a black thing.
I think it's very easy to fall into the angry black woman hole if you're ever serious for a moment.
And I don't even like to say black. I just like to say Canadian, period.
Revolutionary soldier. He was brought to Upper Canada.
In this profession, you cannot just be regular run-of-the-mill. It's not allowed.
We will also send a powerful message to the young black people of tomorrow, because they're here today, but they are tomorrow's leaders.
As the top athlete on the planet, I was blessed and quite humbled to receive the Harry Jerome Award.
To see you. I came here and I really enjoyed the meeting. How did you get to be in the mining business?
Well, I've got a miner in my family, which I didn't know about. I only discovered that when I started looking into the history of what men used to do in this country, what men of African and Caribbean heritage used to do to work. So I discovered I had a miner in my own family.
Man, babe, I'm just so happy right now. Look, I want to let you know that I got us, all right? Look, whatever you want, I'm gonna get it for you.
For real?
Yeah, that's how much I love you.
I love you too.
You wanna take one of these trips? You ready to take a trip? Where we going?
Are you serious right now?
If you let me know what's wrong, I'm so tired.
I love you.
Good.
In Jamaica, at least 30 people have been killed as authorities carry out a manhunt for an alleged drug kingpin.
There were a bunch of young ladies, young women that decided that they were going to take things into their own hands.
They burned down the factories. They burned down the way that the money was made.
It was a selfless act. They knew the consequences of doing this.
It's a revolution. She is responding to you. It is the end. We have had it. It is time for an action call.
Listen.
As your Vice President for Student Affairs, I'm on your side on all issues, on every last issue. We've just got to move, forget ourselves, serious trouble, and we want to present you in the end of the best.
I am the best, and I expect no less. You should do the same way.
More requested every year.
I ordered Secretary of Defense Perry to call up the military reserve personnel necessary to support United States troops to the Haitian dictators. Your time is up.
Know that we do exist.
Y'all are basically asking me to drug my girlfriend's parents, whom I'm meeting for the first time.
White people cannot be taught how to not appropriate. Do you understand me? They must be forced to.
We don't do it for the profit. We don't do it for the glory. We do it for the culture.
I feel sad. Like all the time. I want to leave, but I'm scared of the danger and the exposure, but for one moment I just want to feel less alone. What's the point of anything anyway? Because I never know what to do or say and I'm just stuck. Maybe that's the meaning of life. Just to be perpetually lost and scared. Scared until I die like some sick experiment. Forgotten.
What do we have here?
Dear Sophie, Mom, and other family and friends, I never meant for any of this to happen, and I'm sorry for all of it. I can kiss college goodbye. I don't even know if I have a future anymore.
Some of y'all gotta see.
You told me your hopes, your dreams, but I still couldn't fathom a girl as pretty as you liking me so much.
Wait, what?
I'm leaving.
Nobody feels my pain. Nobody understands what I'm going through.
I just give you your life back.
Not even myself. I let you down, the baby, my mom, and myself. I never meant for any of this to happen, and I'm sorry for all of it. Goodbye, everyone. At least this will be the last time I let you down.